What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to rank the modes in Fall Guys. Now, I am going to be ranking each category, so there are technically 4 different categories in this game. Not every one have I ranked every single one. Some of the ones that have a little bit more to them, I only ranked a couple. One of them is a notable exception, which we'll get to when we get there. But man, I love this game. I'm thinking about doing more videos for Fall Guys, thinking about live streaming it. Let me know if you guys want to see more. But let's jump into the race modes. Now, there's a lot of these, okay? There is Dizzy Heights, Hit Parade, Seesaw, DoorDash, Gate Crash, Tiptoe, the Whirligig, Slime Climb, and Fruit Shoot. I'm going to list off my top 4, and the rest of them I'm just going to kind of leave. They're all, I don't really think I hate any of these. Seesaw can be the most, I feel like, annoying out of all of them. Some of them can be pretty messed up, but in all, I think I don't have many problems with any of them. But let's start at number 4, which is Gate Crash. I like this one. I like the fact that you pretty much take risks with every time that you're doing something in this game mode, right? That you can pretty much be in the front, you can be in the lead, and then you mess up one time, and it can pretty much be game over. It's pretty short. It's pretty straightforward, right? There's like 7, 8 different like layers of gates, and then that's pretty much the end of it. Again, it's more on that risk that if you headbutt that gate and it doesn't fall down, it's like, oh man, you just messed up. Third one is Slime Climb. I like this one. I'm very not good at it. I feel like out of all of these, this is one of my weaker ones. This and maybe Fruit Shoot, although I think I have kind of like the secret of Fruit Shoot. But Slime Climb, I've said it before, like when I'm playing it at my house, and I think this mode honestly separates the strong from the weak, because you can start, and I have started with like 38 people. I think I've started with a max of like 39 one time, 39, and I think at some point we got down to 7. I'm pretty sure, because I had a bet for how many people would be left alive, and I'm pretty sure we went from 39 to 7, so 32 people did not make it. It's not the hardest thing in the world. It's just that I think because it's so narrow at some points, especially like those blocks that push you out, and then especially the more like tightrope part. I mean, there's some scary moments in this round, and I think that's ultimately why I put it here. I'm not the greatest at it. I have lost here quite often. This is not a guarantee qualify for me. I mean, absolutely not. Most of these, honestly, I feel like are guaranteed qualifies for me, but this one is absolutely not. But honestly, that kind of helps the overall thing. Number 2 is Tiptoe. I really do like this one. This is the one where you're going to try and find the line in the blocks, and if you don't, you find the wrong one, you drop through. I like this. There's been some very, very tense games with this one. You can be very, very aggressive with this and have a workout. You could be very aggressive with this and not have a workout. Normally, staying behind at the very back is not the greatest idea, but I like this one. This one is a little bit where you have to figure out, the way the game is working. I think this one is really, really fun overall. And then DoorDash is my number 1. This one I think is just really fun. I think it's probably the one I'm the best at, besides maybe Dizzy Heights. I think I'm pretty darn good at DoorDash. Very rare that I don't qualify, but pretty, it is fun. I mean, you gotta know the kind of pattern with the doors, the ending. Even if you're kind of far behind in this mode and you get to the end where you're sliding down the slime and you have to jump over one of those 3 gates. I mean, a lot of people fail that one. It's pretty much all about which one where you kind of aim your sights at. I love this one. Again, this is the one I think I'm almost the best at, and I also think it's pretty darn fun. The next ones are the survival modes. So these are Jump Club, Rollout, Block Party, Perfect Match, and Tail Tag. So this is kind of that category of survival modes, and this all comes from Jinx Esports TV. I've never seen this site before, but I wanted a place that had all of the names all in one spot. So this is how they broke it down. So I'm going to rank them out of these ones as well. This one I did the full ranking. Number 5, I did Tail Tag. I hate Tail Tag. I hate any, and we'll get to it. Team modes, I think, just need to be eliminated from this game altogether. If there's one weakness, I think, of this game, it is the team modes. Not all of them, but honestly, most of them. So Team Tag or Tail Tag, no thank you. This is the one where not everybody has it. You have to get the tail to survive at the end. I'm decent at it. I feel like if they give me the tail in the beginning, I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good overall at keeping a tail. I'm just not good at getting a tail. But overall, I get anything with the tags, I can eliminate right away. Rollout is number 4. This one, again, I really don't care for this one at all. This is different. Survival modes, I guess, based off of how this guy broke it down, very different from race modes, where I like most of the races. Actually, I like all of them. The survival modes are a little bit more iffy. Rollout's okay. It can get very, very tense. It's not a guaranteed win for me either. I don't know. It's pretty pretty creative, I'll give you that, but I don't know. I just don't like it when people are mean, okay, especially when people are mean in this game. And so sometimes you have people kind of pushing you off. That oftentimes happens with this one. It's not the biggest. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. Perfect match I did for number 3. I like this one. I'm not very good at this one. I'm not awful at it. I'm just not great. Sometimes I'm good enough with my memory to be able to just know, like they'll show you the tiles and I'll just know it. A couple times there's been some pretty close calls where I just follow the group. I've one time like kind of crowd surfed on a group. This one's pretty fun. This one is one that I do enjoy. I kind of hope for this one. This one doesn't come around too often, but again, I think this one is a real fun one overall. Number 2 is Block Party. I really like Block Party, and I actually kind of forgot about Jump Club, so I would have normally put Block Party at number 1. I'll put it at number 2. Very tense, very, very tense. A couple times I've had some very, very close calls. I haven't died all that much on this. It's almost a guaranteed qualify for me, but not necessarily. Kind of depends on how close you get to people, right? Because sometimes if you land on somebody, if you're too close to somebody, that can definitely mess you up. But this one is really cool, and Jump Club is really cool too. I like the idea of, I don't know, it's like isn't there like a survival kind of like TV show where it's something like this? Like this is what it reminds me of. I love this one. I'm pretty darn good at it for the most part. I have gotten too cocky once, and I fell off because of it. But this one is a lot of fun, being able to kind of line up as the green bar kind of goes faster and faster and faster. This one's a really, really good one. Team modes. You know what? Again, I'm not going to waste too much of your time on team mode. What I did is I think I did the top 3. So let's do the top 3. Number 3 is Jinx. Okay, Jinx is okay. It's basically like tag, which is fine. And oftentimes I've never once like started as the Jinx. Only a couple times I've ever gotten jinxed myself. And again, I'm kind of a liability to my team. I'm not the greatest at grabbing. I'm not good at grabbing anything. So if I have to grab something, it's normally not going to go all that well, and that's why it's only at number 3. Number 2 is Hoopsie Daisy. This one is there because it doesn't really involve grabbing, and that's what most of the other ones do. This one is pretty solid. I like to kind of find my area. I think that's what normally happens with this map is people kind of pick the area that they feel most comfortable in, and you just try and get basically as many hoops as you can get in that area. So this one I enjoy. I don't mind if it's a hoop one, although I always feel like I end up being on just terrible teams. I'm not going to say I'm like the greatest team player. I feel like I'm okay. I'm not the greatest. I'm also not the worst. I just feel like sometimes I have some of the worst teams God has ever put on the plan, okay? And number 1 is Rock and Roll, and this one is just, I think, plain fun. As long as you work as a team, I think you should be pretty fine getting that ball to kind of roll down once you get to that last little section before it gets before any of the other teams, or at least unless you're third, right? I really like it. It's kind of different. I think it's one of the most different modes I feel like in this game. It does require teamwork, but it requires teamwork in a different way than any of the other ones. Again, that is my number 1. And then the final stages. So we have Fall Mountain, Hexagon, and Royal Fumble. So Royal Fumble is absolutely my number 3. This is just the last one to get the tailwinds. I've seen some close matches. I feel like I've never participated in a final match with this. I've only participated in the other 2. Every time I do it, it's always the other one. So I can't really speak that much from my own experience, but I have seen some tense matches. But again, tail tag, the idea of just having a tail, I'm not for. Number 2, I will say, is Fall Mountain. I like it. It's fun. It's very short though. So if you mess up once or twice, you're done. And maybe that's the whole point. That's really like, okay, it's you guys. It's like 5, 6, 7, 8 of you, however many, and then it's the crown, and you just get there. Again, pretty short. Like there's not that much to do. But again, if you mess up like one time and somebody messes up 0, most likely they've won. So I do understand it. I do like it. But I think it's just a little too short, and that's why it's not number 1. Because number 1 is Hexagon. I think this is probably my favorite mode of the entire game. I really do believe that. This game is really, really fun. There's a lot of strategy involved. You're also not guaranteed that you're going to win, even if you're on a high level. I've seen that numerous times. Even I've done it, where it's like, yeah, you can stay on like the first, second, third floor as much as you want, but if you fall and you fall through like 2 to 4 floors, you're right back where everybody else is. You know what I mean? So there are even some moments where falling and then getting the whole area to yourself to start to kind of sabotage the people above you, that can sometimes be the best, because you're not guaranteed. Just because you fell doesn't mean you're going to lose all of a sudden. So I love this one. There's been some really tense moments on this one. I've seen other tense moments from other people. It's really, really fun. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? What are some of your favorite modes? What are some of your least favorite modes in this game? Rank them for me if you guys want to. As always, make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day. And so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.